Out of the 650,000 investor accounts on the mutual fund market in TNT, Deputy CEO of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Lucilio, says only a small fraction of around 10 to 15% belongs to foreign investors. She tells us there is a misconception about who an investor is.
When we say, so do you have units? We see hands go up. You are an investor, not because you do not own stocks or shares on the stock exchange. That does not make you an investor. If you purchased a bond, you're an investor. You made a purchase into a mutual fund, you're an investor. Trinidad and Tobago, whether they realize it or not, we're an investor in public.
The TTSEC says one of the ways it aims at market development and growth to attract all-round investments is by ensuring that policies are up to date in the ever-changing securities sector.
It's an annual exercise for us. So every year we sit and we would identify different policies, guidelines, even legislation that we may have to tweak or enhance or even create in order for us to execute our mandate.
Timely legislation is a challenge, but the TTSEC does have some flexibility.
We ensure that within the legislation, it gives us enough power for us to go in to deal with situations as they happen. We may not be able to deal with them in the full way that we would want to, but it gives us some sort of option.
Investor education is critical to growth and development, as it arms investors with information to ask the right questions, to be careful, and to do the necessary checks in order to prevent being defrauded and making bad decisions. Lucilio tells us a securities entity that's not registered with the TTSEC should raise a red flag. When it comes to the cryptocurrency Bitcoin, according to the TTSEC, although it is legitimate, it is volatile and presents a much higher risk in TNT.
We do not have a crypto exchange here, right? We do not have one registered at this point. What we have done as the SEC is that we've created a page called the FinTech Pledge. And that FinTech Pledge basically allows persons who are interested in FinTech to go online, ask themselves 7 questions.
That, as well as the answers, are provided on the website investucateTT.com for potential investors who are looking at the Bitcoin market. You can also engage in the online investment games, which allow you to gain practice without loss, as well as a certified investment course free of charge on the website.
About a year and a half ago, we would have engaged with the Ministry of Education, and we actually created a tutor's manual as well as a student's manual on investing.
The purpose of that is to target young people. We'll tell you more about the TTSEC in relation to compliance and disclosure during next week's business segment. I am Alicia Boucher with tonight's Inside Business.